step right in, the lights they gleam. Arcade dreams in neon streams. Galagas blast, a pixel dance. Boiler room in a joyous trance. Take my coins, I yearn to spend them too. Scores call, come to defend them. Multicolored screens where memories bend. The boiler room's warmth with friends around in this arcade palace, lost and found. Flippers tune in the pinball hall. A joystick journey, nostalgia's call. Oh, hello, everybody. How we doing?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Yes. Everything is happening. Whenever we do the drinking videos, we move over to the table here because we have all this stuff around us. So it was like we got done with the show, Super Gamer Dudes. It was awesome. And we're like scrambling to get the table kind of ready and everything. So and one of our kids is like,
One of the
"Hey,"
children is crying.
yeah, they're like,
again.
"Hey," they let us go all through Super Gamer Dudes, so I haven't done anything.
I think I gotta hold him for a minute. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'll
That's
be
fine.
back.
She's gotta go hop over and do that. So, but we'll I'll try to keep you entertained. I know I won't be near as entertaining without Burger Time Babe because she just carries the whole show. Let's say hello to everyone here. She'll be back though. She'll be back. Let's see, we got James hates everything in here. We got P Dubs. So glad to be on the show with you guys tonight. We had such a good time being able to chill, talk about the expo with you guys and a lot of different subjects. We'll talk about that more here. Of course, subscribe. P Dubs, yes. All right, then we have Frank D. By the way, in case anyone missed it, it's Bill's Retro Gaming Show reported that Humble Bundle has a bundle with Atari 50th and a bunch of recharge games for a good price. Hey, check that out. Absolutely. We got 19K Fox in here. Let's go. Absolutely. And we got Ted Adams chilling too. And of course, the best moderator around, Jason Little Alien, Master Splinter. Is what we like to call him. We'd like to see his drink that we did a couple streams ago. It's Master Splinter's green tea. And it also was very good and easy to make. So, Jason's best moderator in business. See, he's vouching for me. Biggie D. It was so fun to hang out with him in Chicago. We hung out at Cleveland. And Cleveland, I think we're all just getting to know each other kind of thing. But I felt like it was a lot more. We just knew each other a little bit better, and so we got to hang out a lot more. He was over at the house, and we did a couple streams together. And always a nice dude. Loved hanging out with him. Great YouTuber. Hello, Billy Wood Mods. Absolutely, Ray. Hi, everyone. See, we got all types of people in here tonight. We got way too fast for you. 3D Checker. The list goes on and on. JR's in here. Thumper Squid. Always great. That's not Thumper Squid. That's Thumper Squid. Always great to see you too. Awesome. So tonight, see, Buy Stuff Arcade finally getting here. Their PC upgraded now, waiting for the Star Wars version. Awesome. So tonight we have a few things we're going to be doing. We wanted to talk about obviously our time at Pinball Expo. We did a lot of things with the groups too, but there's some things we did kind of by ourselves. And so I wanted Burger Time Babe to kind of give her, just things that she liked doing there too, as someone who's not really into pinball. Me too. How she compared it to Cleveland, or to other gaming places that we've been to, and then two, getting the 4K P, how that all came about, why we ended up buying it, why we didn't wait on it, and wait and decide, and how all that came about. I'll talk about it too. And also, we have our drink coming tonight, which is going to be Crash Bandicoot's Wampa juice. So the Wampa juice is In the game, you collect those things that look like apples. Some people say they look kind of like peaches, but they're apples. Come on, we all know they're apples. So, especially this time of year, it being fall, I was like, you know what, we could create something that's kind of like got an apple theme to it, and it's going to be really easy, guys. This one is way simple, and it tastes amazing, and especially for the season that we're in right now. So, uh, with this, we actually kind of came upon this recipe, little drinking recipe, whenever we were down in Tennessee, and we go to the old Smoky. I don't know if anybody's ever had like their moonshine and their whiskey, stuff like that. But this is basically you get those, and we kind of mix them up here for you. But what you'll need for this one is just your apple pie moonshine. I don't know if anyone's ever tried that, if you have it in your area, but this stuff is really good, especially if you get it down in Tennessee because it's a higher proofage than it is where I have it. Over there, I think it's around 40%. This one is 20% alcohol. So it really, you gotta add some more in there. And then two, you'll need some caramel whiskey. So our caramel, salty caramel. Um, so we also got the smoky one here too. These are new bottles too. Got the new bottles, guys. We're gonna break these out for you. And that's it, guys. This is all you need to make this drink, and it is amazing. We want to make it really easy this week too because of how busy we've been with Chicago. We're in the middle of trying to move, and then also too, where yeah, wait, let me see, trying to move. Oh yeah, and we're having a baby, so that's also on our minds. So we need a little bit of booze. I need a little bit of booze, and then Burger Time Babe. She has a mock-up drink she's going to do too for anyone who still wants to have a good time drinking, but doesn't want the alcohol effects, or is pregnant. So she's got something over here too that she's going to make um, also for us. But with that, uh, let me see here, making booze tonight. That's right. Peaches for you, peaches for me. He knows, he knows, he knows. But this week has been very, thank you, Biggie D. Yeah, yeah. That was a surprise to everyone. So it was a good surprise, a good surprise. Yep, a third, Fox. We're having a third. That's why I think it was last week or the week before. No, last week we were in Chicago, so it was the week before. We were making drinks, and it was one of the ones that she kind of liked, and I was like, oh, but unfortunately, not allowed to drink it. And then that's whenever that happened. How did that happen? Well, as you can see, Stock Jock here. Whenever we were in Cleveland, he helped us along with some things, and we ended up getting pregnant. I don't know how it happened. We just were there and in Chicago, and we were playing pinball, and things got tense, and yeah, that's how those things go. No one was more surprised than me. Yes, yes, yes. It is quite a surprising thing. That's right. Sometimes you need, sometimes that just helps along the way. Shredder drink got me pregnant too. Yep. I don't think I've made a Shredder's drink. I made Splinters. I mean, yes, I mean Splinter's drink got him that happening to him too. So yeah, I can go ahead, and since we're kind of waiting for Burger Time Babe, I have to get down here, and Shredder's drink is dangerous. Yes. Let's see. So it says 19K Fox is here and Sane Spirits is here. They're the only people that talk about this. But have you played the new Dragon Ball Z game? Just curious, just as a side question. Not going to go into it because yeah, we know how that ends up going. Um, one other thing I recommend if you're going to get any type of moonshine like this at all is one of these caps that have a little nozzle, because it's really hard to pour these and not spill because it's just a giant jar, and we don't want to spill any liquor. That's not good. That makes me very sad. Makes everyone sad. We meant Splinters. Yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah, that's Splinters. I was like, a Shredder's drink. I'm like, I don't think we've made a Shredder's drink. I'm fighting Frieza now. How'd you do versus Vegeta? Huh? That one was fun. I was like, what is happening right now? That's the big thing. Everyone has to fight him, and he's like outrageously strong for no apparent reason. But this week, as far as the arcades go, I have been able to play a lot of pinball. That's what I've been trying to do. Trying to get used to playing more pinball, playing it on the 4K. Get used to the menus and stuff, which is been pretty easy. I go back and forth with the menu on that. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Um, I like, you know, has the bubble there at the bottom that you can see stuff, and that's cool. But sometimes I'm like, I just want to see all of the tables. So I kind of like the tiles sometimes too. Like I'll make it like that so I can kind of see, what ones that we're getting, or what tables that I do have here. Makes his own moonshine in his arcade. Yes. Well, no, don't tell anybody about that. Yes, the Great Ape was wild. Like, there's so many funny videos about that. People going in there like, "Oh no, I want to beat him," and then it's like, "Wow, spent alcohol is abuse. It's the worst type of abuse. It's just, it's sad for everyone. Sacrilegious. That's right. Sacrilege. Sorry, not sacrilegious. Oh, here he is. Shotgun Sean. He's ready. He's ready. He's got some eggnog apparently for me that he's going to be making and give me some drink ideas. Once you figure out the formula, yeah. There's a for. I think people got used to Xenoverse 2, Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2, where it's like you can just basically just you know shoot them to death. You just blast and blast and blast till they're gone. Um, but that it's not like that with Sparkling Zero. That one is not easy to get around. But I am ready to start this drink. Super Gamer Dudes, though, that was so much fun with Michael B and everybody. Uh, I'm so glad that P Dubs invited us on there. So much fun with you guys. Heck yes, Screwball Eggnog. Screwball Eggnog. Dude, okay. You have to give me the details, Sean. Screwball Eggnog. Is that like the peanut butter? Um, peanut butter whiskey? Was that what that is? And then eggnog? Let me guess. Two parts of everything. Close, close. It's a toddler. Let's see. Way too fast for you. Have you tried screwball one though? John, you're killing me here. You got to give me the details. Yeah, screwball is the peanut butter whiskey. Okay, okay. So you just mix that with eggnog then, right? Is that what you're saying? Like you? Oh, okay. He's the one that told me about the Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, not as pervy tonight, or as many any as much cussing. I was like, yeah, they must be behaving tonight. There's a couple of things that Michael B said. I was like waiting for you to comment on, and then I don't know if you restrained yourself or you didn't catch it, but I was like, uh, and then nothing was said. So I was like, they must be behaving tonight because there's a lady. Okay, we're gonna have to try that. Maybe when it gets colder, eggnog is mixed with it. Oh yeah, my friends are talking about it. That's awesome. Eggnog is mixed with this. That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay. While we're since we're waiting for her, we'll go ahead and get this drink mixed up here. Shouldn't take long. Like I said, this is just an easy one that I do make, and because of everything going on this week, I was like, you know what? We're just going to make that one this week because I didn't have time to coordinate. Usually with these drinks, um, I have to find a recipe, find something that kind of goes with it. Today was trying to find something where the game had apples in it. Do you guys have any games that have apples. That I was trying to find like an arcade game or something that just had apples. I knew Zelda, you have apples in Zelda, some of the Zelda stuff, and I was like, what other arcade game? Um, yeah. Okay, really though, guy, want me to bring him down? The child? I mean, if you want to bring down the child, Jade can come down. I don't care. If you think he's gonna be okay. Peanut butter whiskey piques my interest. Could go either way. Dropping bombs, F bombs in the chat. Pac-Man has cherries. See, we already did Miss Pac-Man's cherry revenge, man. Yeah, go ahead. You can bring him down. I don't care. They'll think that's neat. I might be a little tired, guys. So, do you guys want to see the baby? One of the babies? The child. Yes. I say that all the time. Like, listen here, child. The child. That's right. So this is easy. It's just one part even of both. So whatever you want to mix it, just do apple pie moonshine and salty caramel whiskey of whatever kind that you have around, and you just do equal parts of however much you want. So I got a double shot here because that's just how I roll. So you're just gonna do some pour. Well, this is really slow nozzle. That is the slowest nozzle I've ever seen. Why is it so slow? Well, you want to make sure you know what you're getting, I guess. I guess I won't spill it, but no sacrilege by spilling it. He's very sad. That's what she said. He's very sad. Aww. All right, and then equal parts salted caramel whiskey. We're gonna put that in there. Whoop. And then you just put that over ice. Boom. Hi, come on in. Hi. Come on over. We got friends that want to see you. Yeah. You want to come on and say hello? He's like, what? Go over to mom. This is Jade, everyone. I don't know. I'm sure you saw him on some videos during the Chicago trip. He's off, isn't it? Turn that on for you. You just having a rough night, huh, bud?
You wouldn't stop crying.
You wouldn't stop crying. You wouldn't come down and see us.
I said, you want to come see Daddy? He said, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hi.
So this is yeah. So and then you just mix it, the drink, and then you're good to go. That's it.
You're just saying hi.
Delicious. Listen, he knows he can leave at any time. I've given him plenty of chances. It's Order the Galaxy. Yes. Hi, buddy.
Mwah.
Yes, this is Jade. He's just having a little rough night. Release the child. Oh, I missed you too, Michael. Nice.
So yeah, that drink is delicious.
Especially
It smells amazing.
During the fall, it's like you're basically
Okay.
drinking like a caramel apple. That's what it is. Like that's what it tastes like.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really good. There's also a spiked apple, which I wanted to try too, the moonshine, but I didn't know how it would be, so I didn't do that. What's his favorite game? Honestly, Dig Dug.
Yeah, Dig Dug.
Dig Dug is his favorite game. He calls them dinosaurs, and
Dinosaur and robot.
And robot, dinosaur and robot, dinosaur and robot, and he has we have one of those kitty arcade one-ups in his room. I found it on sale, and him and his brother play it every night before they go to sleep. Especially our 1-year-old, he like runs in there and like has to.
My microphone.
Yeah, he has
Can you say
to
hi?
get it. Oh yeah, party time, us and the children. I took a star to apparently help with the conception of your future brothers. They're recording the Calgary 88. Hey, you know, it happens. It happens. Yeah, he loves Dig Dug, but he got to go with us to Chicago too.
Did you like the trip to Chicago?
Do you remember your friends, Wes and JoJo?
Did you have fun with Wes and JoJo? No.
He says no.
I think you did. You cried when we came
Somebody
home.
bought a cute. Yep. Actually, I have both of them. The second one I got for $10.
$10. Yeah, you can't beat that.
Yeah. It says, does he hate bad? Does he also? No, actually, he loves Bad Dudes. He says Bad Dudes is one of his favorite ones of all time. And Mappy.
Mappy makes you happy.
Okay, Sean, I'm going to have to write this down. Eggnog White Russian. Combine screwball eggnog, vodka, and coffee liqueur. Shake with ice and drain the rock. That actually sounds pretty darn good. Who is your favorite YouTuber? Is it Mom? Is it Dad? Is it P-Dubs? Is it P-Dubs? No? Is it Michael B? Is it Blippy? Do you have a favorite YouTuber? No. He loves everybody.
Do you want to go back to bed? No. Okay. You don't have to right now.
But so Chicago, kind of what happened with us is we technically had the place on Tuesday, I think, right?
I think so.
Yeah, we had it on Tuesday, and but we didn't really get to leave till Wednesday morning. Whenever we decided to pack up and left early. Then we got there about what time was it? Like noon.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because it was.
Which was funny because like I had met the AA crew in Cleveland, some of them, and I hadn't really met. I didn't really get to know them very well in Cleveland. Like I kind of like said hello. That I think they invited us back to the house to do one of their streams, but I couldn't make it that time. So whenever I was like driving up there, I was all excited, like I'm gonna get out of the car and like I want to meet these guys in person finally. It's gonna be like such a great time. And then we get there and the house is empty. I was like,
Yeah.
where's everybody at? And they're like, oh, we're not there right now. We're at the mall. I'm like, well, where's the mall? They're like, oh, it's like 10 minutes away from the house. So we got to the mall. We actually unpacked everything, got back into the car, drove another 5 or 10 minutes to the mall, and then once we got there, we slowly met people. I think the first person was James and G.I. Joel's wife, Mrs. G.I. Joel, Kara. I don't know if they're gonna names or not, but this is her drink. It is cranberry juice and
Ginger ale.
Ginger ale. So
even less ingredients.
Yes.
Once you count the ice.
So we met. It was James and Kara first, and then we started talking to them, Wesson and JoJo, and then I think who was after that? Was it Jay and? No, it was Matt. It was Matt and Shock. No, Sock Jock. It was Sock Jock and Kara, and then it was Matt came too, and then I think it was James and Jay and Finner. That's kind of how we all came together. Then we kind of chilled at the mall, went to the arcade there, got some food, got that spent a ton of money on is it Popeyes. We ordered two number twos, I think. It was $30. Yeah. And I'm like, why is this $30? So we did that, and then we went back to the house. Did we do anything else that night? Was it just a stream?
Was the mall and bowling and no.
Oh yeah, we did go bowling. Finner, which is Jay's son. Everyone starts playing pinball, and which is great. Like when they had this whole, like, you walk to this arcade, and that's where I saw the Battle Pod, Star Wars Battle Pod, which was awesome. Whenever you opened up that door, I had made a short about it, but I didn't even know what it was at first. I'm like, this thing just says Star Wars Battle Pod, and then she was like, "There's an open like sticker here." And then you open it up, and inside you actually had to go in and sit. I'd never seen one like that before in my, in my time at least. And I was like, this is awesome. And then as you went further down, there was a bowling alley and then a bunch of pinballs, and they were doing like a pinball competition. Was like the big one there. Um, well, he makes them, so he must not hate them. Uh, um, so then at the pinball, we ended up playing bowling with Finner because the way the pinballs are set up in that tournament, you couldn't really get the strollers back there. So and I knew we'd be playing pinball all week, so I wasn't too worried about it. So we played bowling, and then after that, we went back to the house. So, and I do have a cough. I've had a cough for a while. So if you guys hear me coughing, it's just I am completely over it except for this cough. It just won't
That
go away.
cough was gonna hang on for weeks too.
Yeah, it just will not go away.
I
So
finally got over mine.
I was sneaking halls while I was on Super Game Room Dudes. So I'm gonna put some in my mouth now. But then that was pretty much the first night, kind of getting used to each other. And we thought we didn't know if the kids would get along or not. And man, they just took off.
The kids were inseparable, and the house was so chaotic with all
Yeah,
of the kids. It was great.
yeah. And you know how kids sometimes are shy. They weren't shy about nothing. They got along really well. And then Thursday we actually went to the expo. Um, and they did great there too. I mean,
Yeah, honestly.
we stayed there for over 5 hours, and they were good pretty much the whole time. After about 5 hours, they were done, and it was like, all right, they gave us 5 hours, which is more than a lot of kids will do. So
Yeah.
I wasn't complaining at all about it. Um, um, it's chaotic with a K. That's him. 5 kids, 4 baby mamas. Who's that? Oh, well, whatever works. Um, are you going to feel horrible if that's true? Maybe, maybe. Um, at the Pinball Expo, though, this is your first kind of. She's never been to like a Comic-Con, right? Like you never done anything like
No,
that.
I've never done anything like that.
No type of gaming conventions, nothing like that. So this is her first like real like convention type of scenario. So your first day going in there, what were you thinking as like we started walking in and you saw all these people and stuff?
So, I mean, I guess at first it was a little overwhelming.
Hmm.
Um, but I mean, as soon as you walk in, there was that class of '81 that you were just like, oh,
Yeah, when we first walked in, there was a Namco booth that had the Pixel Bashes, and there was this Class 81. I've always dreamed of having a Class 81, and it would seem like the perfect cab
you want to go
for
back
me.
upstairs?
But it was really pricey. It was like $3,500 because it was like a brand new machine that they were coming out with. And playing Galca was fine on it, but someone stated to me yesterday, I think it was James Hates Everything. He tried to play on it. He's like, hey, the stick's kind of weird if you go back and you like play it a little bit. So I did go back, and he was right. The down wasn't working right. And I'm like, man, if you're spending $3,500 on a machine, it should be immaculate. Like nothing should be wrong with it. Like I would have to, yeah. But we actually spent like a good half an hour at that booth.
At least, yeah.
Yeah, like
At least.
like we like walked through the door and went to that booth and like did not walk away from it for like a half an hour. That was like the arcade
Want some
stuff.
juice? No. Are you trying to get down? You can't get through there.
But so we got to that spot.
I think I'll get everything back upstairs.
Okay, that's fine. You go back upstairs, bud. You say goodbye to him. Say bye bye. Oh, he's just yeah. I almost did. I was like we even had this plan. That's what our plan was. So I was like, man, I don't want to rent a U-Haul because they charge you, $20 to rent it. You think it's great, but then they start charging you for the mileage, and it's like, man, 6 hours home, like that's gonna be like $400 or $500 just like in driving mileage. No, not really. Probably like $300, and then filling it up and stuff. And I was like, man, it's just too much. So then we had the bright idea of like we can rent a car, and this was her idea. It's like we could rent a car, and she could go in the small car with the kids, and then I could put the arcade in the van, and we could just drive back like that because a car you can rent for like $120 for the day. So it honestly would have been cheaper just to rent the small car. That didn't work out, thank goodness, because other stuff came up that would have ruined it if we had bought that right off the bat. Um, so then we get into the actual expo. We start seeing all the pinballs, um, and I think we just kind of walked around to kind of get our bearings. And I was looking for the Atgames. I need to get a hitch, man. I desperately need to get a hitch on our van because that would solve so many issues that we have. If we just had a hitch on our van, and I could just do that. 'Cause I think it's like $50, and you can just go however long you want with the trailer on there. I really do need to get that. Um, but uh, I was looking for the hat games, and the hat games actually ended up being at the right next to the food, so it was a good spot for it. But it was kind of a mess over there whenever we first got there. Um, yeah, I know, dude's got a truck. I know. I just feel bad. I feel bad about that stuff. I don't want to get your truck all dented up trying to load something up on there. But plus you're like 2 hours more south, so I don't know how we would have coordinated that. But I live near Fox. I've been to his house twice that he knows of. No, just twice. Sorry, Fox. Um, um, but so then we get into the we're at the Ad Games booth. And it's horrible. That all the machines are down. One kind of works. I go up there and play it. The uh SFF kit is not working on it. So honestly, my first impression of the 4Ks were like it looked better. Like the back box is cool, the topper was cool. I could tell by the graphics are a little more vibrant, but like the playing it was not that much different than my HD. I was like, this is not how is this like a huge upgrade? Um, why is it so much more expensive than what my HD was? Like this is nothing. And so um I wasn't impressed at first. I was like, yeah, this is kind of junk. I think I let you play on it that time, or did you not play at that time?
I didn't. I don't remember. I played on. Oh, I forget when I got to play, but when I ended up stopping because the little one was having a fit because I walked away.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so this was a very good experience. But then we kept walking around. I loved. Was there anything that you like really liked that just at the expo that you're like that was really cool, or anything that you were like,
Um, not off the top of my head. Uh, I had a lot of fun at medieval times.
okay?
But
So she's like, I'm going
well,
past the.
because I didn't really get to play anything.
Yeah,
And I'm not very good at pinball.
yeah,
But seeing just, I guess, all the tables,
yeah,
I had no idea of some of them just because I don't know much about it. I thought that was pretty cool.
yeah, yeah. So
I mean, I would definitely go again. I had a good time.
yeah. So we get done with the expo that day. I think it's like 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
Mm.
And that night's whenever we go to Medieval Times with this guy. He had a good time there. He was chanting for the yellow and red night because the yellow and red night was the best night there.
That's right. Best night.
Mr.
Red, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow. No, okay.
Black and red. That one was like the worst night there. Horrible, horrible night. And anyone who cheered for him, yeah, awful, awful. Um, that was a great time. They don't give you any cutlery or anything. Like you have to just eat with your hands the whole time. Unless I think you can request it, but it was fun. I was told before we got in there you couldn't take any pictures or record anything, and then everyone else was taking pictures and recording. So I was like, well, that wasn't true. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Let me know, chat. The corner cade's here. If the chat, if it's lost, then I can switch up here. Good. We're good now. Okay. All right. Cool. I don't know why that cut out. Sorry, guys. That's probably because they're flipping them on and off, going back and forth. Um, so I didn't buy a 3-day pass to it because I knew that I wouldn't be going all 3 days because of the kids. There's no way with the kids that we're going to be going all 3 days in a row. So I was like, to buy even if I would buy a 3-day pass, there's no way it's going to make it all 3 days. So the $10 um, wouldn't really worked out. You know my real name. Wow. I'm near Columbus. I'm staying in the city that we're living in. I don't know if I should say where I live. I don't know, I feel weird about it. But um I live near Columbus. I guess I can say I live in Sydney, Ohio. I mean, you can Google me and probably figure it out. But yeah, so we're staying in Sydney, Ohio. We're just moving to the country. The yard we have now is tiny. So stupid purchase, waste of money. You already went and you missed it. Yes, but I am near that. And then so yeah, so then on Friday, it was kind of more of a family day. We took the kids and we let them sleep in. They were really tired because the trip and everything, and we kind of chilled around the house. Ended up going back to that mall and actually did shopping because it was like a 4-story mall. And so my wife was like, "Hey, can we go back and do some shopping?" There's still an arcade there. We got to play some of the pinball that everyone was kind of cleared out from the couple days before. And then so where I was actually able to play some pinball. Got to play Jaws there, so that was really fun. And then also too, we bought Mario. Um, close. I'm close to that. Um, but yeah, I got to play those. We got Mario Party Jamboree. That's still in the package. It's still in the package because we live very busy lives. We were gonna play it, and then that ended up happening. So, but I believe that night was that the night we went out for pizza, and we got that really good. No, that's the night that we went to Galloping Ghosts. Which Galloping Ghosts, I gotta tell you, if you've ever wanted to feel overwhelmed as a gamer, go to Galloping Ghosts because it's like Netflix. Whenever you want to watch something and you get on Netflix and you're like, hey, I'm gonna just like start searching, and like you search forever and you never really find anything because you're just like so worried that you're gonna watch something that's not that great and you can find something better. It was that, like, on like hyper mode. And if you go in there, I went in there and I think it was $25 for the day, and for an extra $5 you can get the pinball. So I paid $5 for the pinball, and it I didn't realize the pinball was 2 blocks away. And are you still on the second floor by the bathroom? I don't know what that's about. I just made it up. Sydney is a cool town, Australia. Um, and um, I lost what I was saying. But yeah, oh, Galloping Ghost. So the first thing I did when I went in there is I found the Galaga machine. I saw Michael B. He was on Robotron 2084 trying to get his score that lasted for a little bit, and then he went to and then I went over to Galaga and I played that and I beat the score that was on there, which wasn't very high for the day. Um, it was I think it was only like 98,000 or something like that. So I threw up like I think it was 160 around 160,000. I just threw up on there and I was like, all right, that's good enough. And then we went over played. I met so many people there. Steps Gaming was there. That was awesome. And then we kind of met the Vacation Alliance, whichever way that looks on the screen. And so we met P Dubs, Fox, and then we started playing that X-Men 6 player, which is awesome. And then finally Todd shows up. Todd's been going. Um, he hadn't shown up yet, or we hadn't seen him yet. So he finally shows up at Galloping Ghost, which was an awesome experience too to see him there. And so we were chilling with him. Um, and then I got pulled into this room. People were like, "Hey, you have to try this, Galaga. This is your game. This is uh this is totally like your game. Like we want to see you play this game for the first time ever. Like we need you to come into this other room and play it." And I was like, "All right, cool. What's the game?" Galaga 3. Never had heard of it. Didn't know it existed. It's Guplus, Guplus, I think it is how you spell it, something like that. And it's the third game in the Galaga lineup. It's Galaxian or Galaxian lineup. Galaxian, Galaga, Galaga 3, and Galaga 88. I'd never played it before. And I despise that game. It was not like Galaga at all. Like I played it and I just crashed and burned. And everyone's watching this like, well, that didn't go very well. And I'm like, no, like this is not like Galaga. Yes, it's gapless, gapless, gapless. Yeah, I stunk it up. And then Jay, Gamer Fridge, he walks up there and he's like, well, let me try. Just knocks it out of the park with the game. I'm like, the thing that got me on the game is that you went side to side, but also you went up and down. And then two, normally the ships that come out of the top or the sides, these ones would just like randomly appear. Like you got like not even a nanosecond where you'd see a little twinkle, and then the ships would just pop out. And um, two, you'd have two enemies coming at you at the same time. That in Galaga, normally they'll go up in a group, and then you have like one or two ships that'll like stay behind and like come at you. This one, it had two different sides, both the enemies coming up, and then two enemies came back at you. Um, yes, I read about this too. The North American had a modification kit. They called it Galaga 3. So that's why I'd never heard of it, never seen it. Um, and it frustrated. I get fixated on things, very fixated. So whenever I'm Galaga guy, and then all of a sudden I can't do Galaga 3 very well. I can't play it very well. So whenever Jay beat me, I was like, I gotta play. So I literally sat and played that for like 45 minutes. Still couldn't beat the score. Like I just could not get the hang of it. Um, Eventually I did come home and I found it on my 16 one, and it was labeled Galaga 3, but like I thought it was just normal Galaga that someone had put like a ROM on there and just named it something dumb. And uh uh MG, come on now, Sean, going after Sean. Um, but uh, and so whenever I was here and there wasn't everyone watching or an expectation of me, I beat his score. I think I played it twice and I already beat his score. And so and Jay had to razz me about this. You'll never be glad. I will never be that guy. No. And I even looked up information about it, like different people that talked. about the game, and a lot of people said like it's like the worst like Galaxian, um, worst one of the Galaxian games was that one. They said it just didn't make sense a lot of things, and it was very hard right off the get go. The first level, you're like bobbing and weaving trying to figure things out because like it just it goes right off just hard as it can go immediately. Um, Level 4 is like insane. The main concept of level 4 is just to survive because you're gonna die because it's just it's so nuts. If you never played it, let's play it. Go play it seriously. It's an experience. Let's talk about Mappy. So I did play Mappy for a little bit, and the cabinet looks amazing. I love the cabinet. I had the opportunity to buy that cabinet, but as you guys know from seeing my 4KP, my ceiling's not very tall, and it was too tall. Which after I saw it, I was like, yeah, there's no way um, I would I would be able to put this in my boiler room. And I'm glad I didn't buy it. But the cabinet I think looked amazing. Like I love the way the cabinet looked. I was like, I love the giant marquee. I love the colors on the cabinet. And I played it for a little bit, and then I walked away. And James is my buddy on. He's like the only guy I know that likes Mappy, uh, besides me. And so I'm like, oh, okay, like what score did you get? And he's like, oh, and I walk up and he's just destroyed. Like I think he's like 45,000 is where he was at whenever I walked up, and I was like, well, he just kicked my butt. I'm not gonna get that score today. So I did play it again, but I wasn't playing it to really get too far in it because it was like, what's the point? He's already like, there's no way I'm doing this tonight. He's already kicked my butt. Also, there's a modification kit in the U.S. where Burger Time Babe did a show. I gotta put the kids. Hey, hey, I wouldn't mind that show at all. Mappy makes you happy. See, half a dozen. He got that wrong. He looked it up wrong. Um, let's just stream about drinking. I already, yeah, here we got drinking. The drinks. Nothing wrong with some Mappy. That's right. That's right. Yes. So, um, so yeah. So that was Galloping Ghosts. Um, and then well, let's see. That was Friday. Friday night. I think that's whenever we went to out to get some authentic Chicago pizza. With a lot of the guys. We had pretty much night. Biggie D came by, and we had Phil that night too. So drinks with the kids, games without the kids. That's right. Um, uh, the kid came down during the drinking part, and so it was like, well, what do you do? What do you do? It is what it is. We're gonna be trying to get. That's right. That's right. That's what she does. Um, and then Saturday, Burger Time Babe was like, "Hey, why don't you go back to the expo? I'll stay here with the kids." She wasn't even supposed to come originally, but as time went on, we kind of thought about it. She really wanted to go, so I was like, "All right, go ahead and invite her along." So she knew I kind of wanted some time. I love the kids being there, but whenever you're sitting there and you're playing pinball and you have your wife and two kids behind you, and like the kids are whining, and it's like you, I feel terrible, like I feel guilty, and I'm like, like this, like, I'm making it such a bad scenario for her, and so her having them back at the house, she liked it better too because she get to put down for their naps and just hang out. She's like, I just want to be somewhere that's not my house. That's what she said. I don't want to be in my house anymore, like just for like a couple days, just to like escape where we were. So then I'm walking around. I'm still trying to find something to buy, and I go back to Atgames, because it's right there across from the food court. And that's whenever the 4KP, I decided to play it again, and it was on the Jurassic Park one, and it had the SSF kit working, and I was like, well, let me just play. And once I played that one, I played Dinosaur Dynasty, because that's one that I had on my HD that I could kind of compare it to in my mind. How much better is this? How much worse is this kind of thing? And it totally changed my mind when it came to it. Um, exactly. If you want to end the show quick, start talking about anime, and man, I tell you, people will just leave immediately. Half the chat just disappears. Yes, yes, he has. Join the Discord. Join the Discord. I'm telling you, we have a fun time in there. But I get to play the 4KP with SFK working with it all updated. The lag is, I mean, I'm no pinball professional, so let me put that out there. Um, uh, well, to be determined whether you do or not. Um, so, um, so then I finally play it, and I'm like, dude, this is a game changer. Like with everything like turned up and updated, like this thing feels amazing, sounds amazing, and it's just like I love the table. And then I look up and I'm like, okay, well, where's the attack from Mars? Where's the Star Trek? So I asked the lady, I'm like, hey, um where's all these going? Like where's and she's like, well, people wanted to buy them, and I'm like, yeah, people wanted to buy them, but like you keep them to the end of the expo. That's just how it is. And she's like, well, they only had a day pass, so what are you supposed to do? And I'm like, you tell them no, you can't sell it to them. They have to stay here till the end of the expo. Like I didn't understand that at all. So they were like taking their 4KPs that were supposed to be like representing like what you can buy from them, and they're like, if you buy it right now, you can just take it. That's kind of how it was. It was really weird. Um, uh, and so it was just strange to me because normally they're like, hey, if you can't wait till the end of the show, we're not going to sell it to you. It just doesn't work. Um, um, Reprobates. I don't know what that is, but um, uh, so whenever I finally, the day goes on for a little bit, they won't sell me the Jurassic Parks because those aren't released yet. So she's like, they absolutely cannot sell me that. Then they have the 4KP Peanuts still there, and I'm like, all right, well, how much do you want for this? They're like, well, we can give you the um, what did this say? Xbox Pro. That's right. So listen, if I'm gonna go to the expo, I'm gonna go by myself and not have anyone with me because that's how you're supposed to go. Don't have any friends, don't have any family. But if you don't bring your family, you're abandoning them. But if you do bring your family, why would you ever bring them to something like that? Just so you know. Um, yeah. Uh, so I was like, okay, well, I really want the Peanuts table. I like the way it looked. I like the way it played. And so I talked her down on the price of it, and then I got a few pinball packs, and also to the arcade net, and I didn't have to pay for shipping, which is a big thing to me, especially with how some of these came. I think two of them came busted from FedEx because FedEx beat the crap out of them. And I'm like, I really don't want to pay $100 and extra to have them shipped, and then it come broken to me, and you have to wait, a month or something more longer for parts to come in or whatever it was. So I was like, if I could get this thing home and 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 just be able just to take it back and build it, like I want to do that now because I'm just not the type of person. I didn't even like to fly, like because I hate to check my bag because people lose bags all the time. That's just the type of person I am. Like I'd rather just know my stuff is with me. I guess it's a control thing, but I don't like it. It drives Burger Time Babe nuts because I hate flying just for that reason. I'm not scared or nothing. I just hate that people are gonna take my bag away, and I just have to trust them with what's ever in that bag. Um, but so I was like, cool. You know what? I'll buy it. I'll buy it from you. And then she was like, well, could you come back at midnight and get it? And I'm like, midnight? You want me to come back at midnight to get this? So I was like, no, I can't wait till midnight. And then she was like, well, let's go to she's like, well, what about 11 o'clock? And I'm like, I can't do 11 o'clock. I'm not gonna come back at 11. Like you've already sold like three of these things. Um and then she's like, well, how about 10? I'm like, no. She's like, how about okay, she's like 9. Nine's the earliest we can really let this go. It's 9 o'clock. Um, and I was like, all right, cool. I'll come back at 9. So I did. Well, I waited at the expo for a while. I think I was there till like 7 o'clock at night, and then I was totally done. My legs were shot. Like my feet hurt so bad because there's no place to sit there either. Even the food court place, they had these tables that were real tall and had no seats. Um, and there she is. Hopefully this will work for you because they said it cut off.
Yeah.
Have you been listening?
Yeah.
Is there anything I'm leaving out? So you can remember. Test it. See if it works.
Can you hear me?
Can you guys
Can
hear
y'all
her?
hear me?
But so then we get the two. We put it back in the boxes. And the boxes are way bigger than what I thought. And it was a little tough getting it getting it back. And I had to carry the topper on my lap like all the way.
Yeah, we had the strollers and all of our luggage.
Yeah, we had 2 big strollers. We had luggage. We had other stuff that we had gotten there, food, and those big boxes. It was hard. The viewer count just went up. That's right. That's right. Yeah, it's like after almost after midnight. Um, so then I got that on. That was Saturday night, and then we were supposed to leave Saturday afternoon, but then I wanted this, so we had to wait till Saturday night at 9. And she was like, "We're not driving because the kids. There's no way you could drive in the middle of the night with the children." So
yeah, because they would have been up. They would have slept in the car, and then we would have been up all night, and then super tired when we got home, and they would have been awake, and it just no, we need to just sleep.
yeah,
Just
so
stay the night.
which it was all like I don't know about you, but it was kind of like really sad whenever everybody started leaving.
It was really sad.
It was like it was like no, I don't know what the feeling was. It just was like this is ending already. Like we just got here.
Yeah, and ev- the whole crew. I mean, obviously you guys talk every week, but being together in person was as if you guys always were just together, and well, all of us. It was like we've always just hung out, and yeah, it was
It was just natural.
yeah, it was there you go.
Everything about it was just natural. Like it wasn't like any awkwardness at all. Like there's no awkward pauses. Like,
No awkward silences.
yeah, no awkward silences at all. Like we were just like chill, hanging out, having a good time.
It didn't drive.
Okay, so here's whenever we drive, she can't. She is someone who gets car sick very easily. She can't look at a screen. She can't read a book. She can't play on a game system, whatever. Like she, if I drive, she has to sit there. So whenever we go anywhere, um, like usually if it's far away, she'll drive because then I can do stuff because she can't do anything regardless.
Yeah.
Because she gets so car sick so easily. So normally long trips like that, she drives just because why
What
not?
else am I gonna do?
Yeah.
And I can't sleep in a car. So
Yeah. So she drove, I think, all but maybe 2 hours.
yeah, on the way home.
Yeah. On the way there, I think you drove the whole time, didn't you?
I drove. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I drove all the way there.
Yeah. Who was your least favorite? To be honest. My least favorite. Um, I'd have to say the guy that was a grown man fighting over his next spot at the expo. I don't know who the guy was, but and does the driving. That's right. That's right. I don't know who the man was, but I was walking by. This was Saturday, and there was literally like 2 men like bickering over like, oh, you started a new game. He's like, no, I didn't start a new game. He's like, man, I've been waiting for this thing this whole time. Like, you can't be doing that, blah blah. Like they were actually like fighting, and it was for Jaws, I think, and there was like 20 Jaws there, and I'm like, dude, just go to a different, like either wait or go to another Jaws. Like it's not that big
Yeah.
of a deal. That was my least favorite guy. Whoever that was, I was like, this is stupid. Why are you fighting?
My least my least favorite was what was it, Wednesday night? That was at the first night.
Mhm.
And I just wanted to sleep so bad, and it was so loud in the house.
Yeah, we were all Yeah, we were getting rowdy. That's what it was.
And I just wanted and we were basically in the living room, like
Yeah,
where we were sleeping, and I just wanted to go to sleep so bad, and I couldn't. And
yeah.
then the kids weren't sleeping. That was the only night they didn't sleep. But
And the first night's always hard with kids, especially even if we go to like a hotel room, the cabin we've been to. Um, she'll walk. That would have been funny. Be like, hey, excuse me, and just
I
like
got
start to play. Yeah, but all in all though, it was a good time. Um, had to be the pizza. At pizza, I don't know though the meal at the um medieval
you know,
times.
yeah.
You get like a whole like half of a chicken and corn and potatoes, and then you get to like this. You start off with like the soup, tomato soup and garlic bread, and then you get this whole half chicken. Then you get like this. The dessert was hilarious. It was dumb. It was like this little, what do you even call those things?
It was almost like an eclair.
Yeah, like a little eclair. I'm like, that's a dessert. You get a little eclair. Um, so I just it was juice the sides of the back.
Right. It's like, where is
Like,
it?
and what's your favorite? Um, favorite one in my first week.
I've only played the two, so I don't have a favorite to.
Honestly, right now is probably I gotta say Back to the Future. I'm still playing that on there, and also Attack from Mars. I probably played those two the most. I did buy immediately. I bought Attack from Mars, and I bought the Universe pinball pack because I love I love those two tables. Um, it was a dragon turd. Well, there you go. um, that those are the two that I've been playing the most though. I'm trying to beat Chaotic score on Attack from Mars. I get like over 6 billion, and then his is 8. It's 8 billion, and it might be closer on 9 billion. And I keep getting like up like over 6 billion, and then like something happens like every time. They're like, oh, I'm so close. Like just like 2 billion more, I might be able to get it. I've heard. Um, but so a week into it of having it, I love the table. Everything works fine on it. It plays great. I do have one complaint though. One complaint. I don't know if it's just because it's Snoopy and it's very yellow, but there's some tables that like Twilight Zone. I have Twilight Zone on there, and it's like the reflection is so bad
Mm.
that I can't really know what I'm doing. Like Michael B said tonight with Chucky, like like it gets to like one point in the in on the darker tables whenever you shoot the ball up and that reflection, it's just awful. So if you don't have a brighter table, it like kind of kills it for me almost. That's the only complaint that I've had, and it's only really for Twilight Zone. Where I'm like, dude, like you can't like I can't see what I'm doing half the time because I have Snoopy in the middle of my playfield because of the reflection. That's my only complaint so far. Um, and I don't think you really turn off the topper. That's like connected, and as soon as you turn it on, it just turns on. It turns off when you turn off. I wish there was like a button on the back. You could just turn it off if you wanted to, instead of having to unplug it every time. Um, Lots of dragons there. Lots of
Yeah,
dragons.
yeah. As he was setting stuff out, that's what he was like.
Is
Baby
it really
dragon.
that, or was he just? I thought he
Yeah,
just.
no, I don't think you could hear because Jade was just like, but yeah, that's really
Oh
what
my
he as they was
gosh!
placing things.
You can dim it. Okay, I need to figure out how to do that because it's literally unplayable. Like I can't play Twilight Zone. I'm like, dude, I can't see half the table. Like right in the middle where it gets dark, there's like nothing you can do. The wrong show. You have to pay on a different show to see that. Back of your shirt. Take your shirt off and show us your back. The back of your shirt. Why? Why do you want to see the back of my shirt for? High and low offset. You can. There's a high and low offsetting for the top. Okay, I want to find that because it's a little much. It's a little much.
I
I'm not
have
gonna
that
lie.
name right there.
And it's just
Look for it here.
and it's just that. And I honestly was worried. Make the screen bigger. No, I like the screen where it's at. I don't know why you want it bigger for. Like, I don't understand. Why that? I don't get it. I like this better. He wants to see your butt. Well, you gotta pay extra. Like he says, it's OnlyFans. I like having our little thing back here. I could go like this. I don't like that. I like that better. I just do. Just the crack. Well, you know what? One day, MG, once you can super chat me, you can super chat me and see my crack. keep mine at the blinding suntan setting. That's funny. Yeah, but I mean, I know you get to play it just a little bit, but like, what do you think of it in here? It's so tall, like, and literally, like, I was like, dude, I don't know if this is gonna fit. Like, it's like an inch from my rafters.
I like it.
Have them both.
When I have the opportunity and I'm not so tired, I would like to come down here and play some more. And I am more inclined to play pinball.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Are you more inclined to play this one than you were the HD? You think?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Danny shows his on stream. I have 2 arms. I've been ruined. I don't know if you guys are in the Discord or not, but like, there's a whole thing going that you couldn't see my left arm. It's Danny's whole show is cracked. Yeah, but yeah, I mean that was pretty much our Pinball Expo. That's how kind of I love the 4KP. Like I think it's great. I think it looks awesome. It plays great. Again, I'm no pinball expert. I don't really notice any lag or anything. People were saying, but they said they supposedly helped those. Either I'm used to them maybe, or I just don't register that it's happening. But yeah, I think it's great. I think it's a great addition.
Yeah, it looks really good in here. And if everything works out and we're able to move, it'll look amazing there
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Next to the Wonderland pinballs.
Yeah.
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 Yes, I did at one point in time have all the one-up pinballs. Yeah, the Marvel, the Star Wars, and the Attack from Mars.
I liked the Marvel one. I think that was your least favorite.
Yes, it was my least favorite because I don't know. I just didn't like it. I didn't like the way it looked. It was just too generic.
That was the one that I gravitated toward too. Like, if I played pinball, it was definitely gonna be that one.
Yeah. People always gravitated towards the Star Wars and Mars Attack. They like never touch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got to meet Cornercade and his wife, and she got to meet Mrs. Cornercade. What's timeline? We should be technically in there by the new year.
Yeah, I think it's early December.
Yeah, and we have 30 days to move out after the closing. So
Well, closing is in November, and then
okay, so
the
yeah,
30 days is December.
yeah, it's
We just got to get these buyers to move.
I can't fit them through the doorway. Okay, you're like you can. Yeah. So yeah, and the thing with that is we were looking at 2 different machines. At least the machine that I had looked up and was planning on purchasing was wider than the one that I ended up getting. So that whole thing was just a misunderstanding all around for everyone. But yeah, I think that was pretty much it, though. I mean, did you have anything that you wanted to mention about our trip to Expo or the 4K table or anything?
I think you kind of touched on all of it. I really enjoyed being able to talk to everybody and see everybody in person.
Yeah,
I think that's probably one of the biggest highlights was, I mean, you talk to people, like I said, every week, and to actually be able to hang out and stuff
yeah,
was really fun.
yeah, yeah,
And I think we needed a little getaway.
yeah, yeah. It was, you split a house. I don't even know where I have these on right now.
I don't know.
Whenever you split a house like that, it's a lot cheaper too. You have everybody in the house, so it helps a lot too.
Yeah, I would go again. Yeah,
You know,
I would go again. Um, planning on Cleveland also.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. We're planning to go to Cleveland next year.
yeah.
We were going to go to Southern Fried Gaming, but someone's having a baby about that time. I'm like, come on, you couldn't, have it like a month later.
No.
But yeah, so we couldn't go to Southern Fried Gaming, and I told the guys, um,
See, I don't think you weren't there. I'm pretty sure you were, and you were just like watching everyone.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was great meeting you too, James. It was kind of like, I know you were kind of up in the air, I think, for a little bit whether or not you're going. So whenever I saw you, like I was surprised. I was like, James is here. So that was really cool. Being able to meet you in person and
Yeah.
hang out. We actually hung out a lot with James, and Biggie D. I remember PD7 was there too. We hung out with him a lot. Like it was surprising. Like people I didn't think that we'd be hanging around. Like they were there, and we played. Me and James got to play that baby Pac-Man, and that was a really the pinball part is cool, but the actual like Pac-Man playing was like really difficult. What mine was the guy be fighting.
The guys fighting. Was he there when the guys were fighting pinball?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
Um, and then me and James played the was it Repro arcade, the big huge arcade things, and I wasn't impressed with it. I don't know. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I don't think he was very impressed with it either. Like the buttons didn't work. Um, MG was the guy fighting for spot on jaws. That's what it was. Like we tried to pick a game and we couldn't get to pick the game we wanted, so then it ended up picking Street Fighter randomly, and like my Ryu wouldn't jump. Like I kept like hitting up, like I hit up like 3 or 4 times, and he'd finally jump. And then he had what's her face? Um, oh, why is it leaving me? But he couldn't kick. Like he's like her kicks won't go off. Like the buttons aren't working. And those things are like 5 grand, like starting out, and I was like, oh man. But I told them about our experience, and they said they'd look into it. Yeah, it was rare. I yeah, you'll probably never see one of those again. That probably was your last chance, Jane. No, I'm kidding. You probably see one. But yes, come join the AA chat. Um, like and subscribe to this channel, guys. We're trying to get our subscribers here as well as Arcades Anonymous. They're trying to get to 500. It's something that they've really been working hard towards. We've been putting out a lot of they've been putting out a lot of different videos and stuff here lately, especially with the pinball. Go check it all out. Check out obviously my channel too, and also go to the Discord and join there. We have so much fun in that. We sit around and chit chat. We have
talk about your lack of arm.
talk about my lack of arm. Apparently, that's the new thing because in at the last show you couldn't see my arm, so people thought I was armless. So go check that out. Um, yeah, join the Discord voice chat room. Yeah, that's where it's at. James is in there sometimes. We get PD or PD7, P Dub's in there. Corner Cade's always in there too. Chaotic Jay. You might even get Jason in there. He's really fun to talk to, especially at 4 a.m. He's seen all sides of me at
Very
4 a.m.
very seldom am I in the voice chat.
Yeah,
I'm usually asleep.
yeah. Usually she's like, "Are you gonna get on Discord?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Good night." She goes upstairs. She's like, "I'm done." Yeah. He's giving away a Snoopy 4K LB at 500 subs. I said if I get 100,000 subs by the time the baby's born, I'll name it Vegeta. That's all I'm saying, Sand Spirits. Yeah. Heard James for the first time. But yeah, we got a lot of people that go in there and hang out. So guys, definitely check that out. But yeah, I think that's where we're gonna call it. It's after midnight here. We're very tired. So I think we're gonna head out and sleep in tomorrow. And I think with the little one doing that, he's gonna sleep a little bit longer too.
I think he's still awake. He's kind of rolling around.
Yes, but
Might sleep on the futon, just pull him there so I can get some sleep.
Yes, yes. And see, we already got a chat going because I just got a message from the Cornercade for for coming into the chat. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on over there. So feel free to become a part of that. And yeah, anything else you wanted to add, Burger Time, babe?
Nope. Just thanks for hanging with us. We'll have some fun new drinks next week. I've got a couple ideas. Maybe we'll finally get to one of mine.
I know tonight was crazy. Tonight was crazy. Sorry, guys.
No, not this. I mean, like
Oh,
the shots and stuff.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
like the mocktails.
No, well, the regular shots. I won't have any, but
Oh, I was like,
you can have
you
them.
ain't drinking no shots.
No, we can make them.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Cool. 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 All right. Well, we will catch you all on the next one. Thanks for watching.